Cheers to a new year.
Cheers.
The best part of waking up really is coffee in your cup.
And it's not Folgers.
It is never Folgers.
Although, to all the Folger people and the Folger company, John had some Ultimate Black Folgers or something.
It's something black.
That stuff wasn't bad, and it was actually in a cup. That's all I'm going to say.
But it's not organic, and coffee is the most heavily pesticide-laden product out there. Welcome to 2025. This is how I feel about a new year. A clean slate.
That's how my brain feels right now.
As we're waking up, we thought we'll just be real here. I got my jammers on. Well, you do too. You just don't look like you have your jacket.
I was trying to get in the shower and shoot it.
His new jacket for Christmas because it's lined, nice and cozy, fluffy on the inside.
It's really because she didn't like my last one that I wore for years.
Every day. If you look through any footage and you see him, you're going to see that jacket on him. Everybody sees a new year in a different way. I know some people don't see it as time to regroup and set goals, but I do for sure, and I get really excited about it because I love a challenge and I love to kind of reflect on what worked the year before and what didn't, and then make changes because I'm always striving to be the best version of who I can be, and that takes a lot of work. I am going to put some other people's New Year's resolutions on here.
Well, actually, I hadn't made any really New Year's resolutions this year, but what I do want to do is I want to be more faithful reading my Bible every day, and I want to get my ankle healed and get back playing tennis so I can get in shape.
I like it. It's a good one. Good too.
Yeah.
Just share with us your New Year's resolutions.
I mean, I'm super excited about these New Year's resolutions. I put a lot of thought into it this year, actually. I'm 31 now, so I'm kind of doing them as chapters. The first chapter, last year, my goal was to kind of save up enough money to pay off my student loans, and I've done that. So the first goal of this year is to pay them off. I'm super excited. It also feels really good to actually accomplish a New Year's resolution. You know, they don't always happen, and I'm cool with that. I think having goals that kind of continue are fine. The biggest one, I think, is just reading my Bible more. I'm really excited because I haven't finished the Bible, and that's kind of sucks, but I'm also really excited because there's like this part of the story I haven't even seen before. So the past 2 years, I've been much better about it. I made it like a third of the way through the Bible, so I'm stoked. I kind of fell off because work got crazy. Life kind of got in the way, but that's not a good excuse. But I'm excited to pick that back up. Like the first chapter of my 30s, just kind of getting the loans. This chapter for 32, I really want to do something I just love to do every day. So I'm really trying to figure that out. I tested out a bunch of things, but I just want to wake up in the morning stoked, ready to go to work. I think a lot of people get complacent and they work the same jobs and they don't really like them. I just don't want that to be me. I bounced around a lot, which kind of sucks, but I don't care. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm going to be super stoked and happy one of these days, whatever I'm doing. So I'm just searching for what that is. So, and then I added working out to my New Year's resolutions this year. That's never even been close to being on my New Year's resolutions. I might as well just toss it in there and just play around with it a little bit because I want to be healthy and live a long time. And right now I don't have as much time to surf. So maybe I should supplement that a little bit with working out. I don't like to put too many things on there because I like to actually have things I can really do. So that's the things. I mean, I really want to pursue YouTube this year, but I also just want to generate income and find something I love to do. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm pumped.
I quit drinking completely, not even socially. Better health with food and diet and exercise, and therapy. Need to work on myself. So
That's awesome. I am always interested in what other people are doing because sometimes I can learn from them and maybe I get a new idea that I hadn't thought about before. So I'm sharing Tracy's and Alex and Meredith's, which Alex is our son-in-law, Meredith's our daughter.
This year we are gonna lower that screen time as I'm sitting in front of the 3 screens.
We set limits, 15 minutes a day is what we get on Instagram.
And we set the
And YouTube.
passwords for each other's.
Replacing the screen time with a book.
Yeah, I'm gonna read more books in 2025.
That's it.
We have some financial goals we wanted to set just to continue to
Yeah, save $1 million a month.
It's pretty simple. Sketchy. Right?
But there's reasons why. There's reasons why you're reading. Talk about that for just a minute.
Reading to get smarter, obviously.
I'm just addicted to my phone. Plain and
you
simple.
So many people are,
Yeah.
We all are. Every single person.
We all
is.
are, yeah.
to be honest.
Gotta
Yep.
put the phone down.
And you guys also talked about the importance of being present.
Yeah. Wanna be more
Yeah, I feel
present.
like when you're on the screen, you're not more together when you're on the screen.
You're in the same room.
But not
Right.
doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great goal for the marriage. Great goal for individual as well. How
Yep.
are you guys? I like it. And I loved what they had to say, but we're going to talk a little bit about ours. I'm going to keep mine simple. I actually have a long list, but just to keep it simple, this year, focusing on the word intentional, being very intentional with the things that I am doing. I need a lot of work because this whole platform has just been a whirlwind, and it's like for 37 years I've done the same thing, and then shifting to this platform and being a creator, it has just rocked my world, because I didn't used to have the patterns that I have now with the creativity. And he'll say I'm like a bull in a china closet in the kitchen. I have to do things and I don't have time to clean up, or I got to get to the next thing. But that's how my mind works with content. So it's like I have a pile of content.
Dishes.
And I can't get to it to edit it all. It can kind of get overwhelming, and
I dig our way out.
Right. And as I have to dig my way out, I don't like that. So
I have to do it.
And so he's going to help me this year to focus and
You gotta get more efficient.
right, and which means I have to schedule out my content.
We gotta get more productive, more efficient. I call it efficiency. Some people call it lazy. Whichever makes you get there.
Right, just the goal.
The efficiency can make you have extra time, which then you can go back to being lazy.
If that's what you choose to do. Or you could take an extra dance class because you have time for it. Focusing on everything being intentional with the schedule, with my plan, with my content. I'll get an idea and I'm like, man, we gotta do this right now. Why do I have to do it right now? But that I could have shot 5 videos yesterday and made myself not do it. It's like, write it down, get to it later. That's hard for me. So you're gonna help me with this.
If she allows me.
I have to, or else it's going to drive me crazy. The second,
Me too.
The second part of my
Like, subscribe, and share. Please. Please.
the second part of my
I need some money.
oh, little buddy needs to go out. The second part, which might sound the same but it's not, is being mindful in all things. And one of the things I was thinking about is smiling more. Can you imagine if somebody followed you around with a camera? I was thinking about this, like throughout the day, how many times would I see my face and hate it? Because I have, you get stuck in your thoughts, and then you're just like, it's just not a good look. Smiling more, because I feel like when you smile, even if it's forced, you automatically see, I already am feeling that lift. I'm already feeling really good. But not only that, what to me is even more important is when you go out, you're blessing other people with your smile, and you can actually change their day. I've had someone tell me that before. And I've had people like Zach when he worked at Publix, because our son Zach is just always Mr. Bubbly and smiley. And they would tell me how he blessed their day, how he changed their day. People would come through his line and compliment because of how he made them feel. And I want to be a blessing to other people. So being mindful, coming back to that word mindful, I'm probably going to have to put up some sticky notes to remind myself to smile more. And you can't have a bad conversation with a smile on your face. It would take, you'd have to really work for it. Smiling more. Those are my two that I'm going to share.
I'm gonna smile more.
Are you going to put up sticky notes that help you remember? Like you could write it on your bathroom mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror and practice. And also, while we're on that subject, look at yourself in the mirror and talk to yourself and tell yourself the things that Christ has to say about you. In Ephesians, he tells us our identity should be in Christ. So when we take on that identity, we automatically smile because it's full of good things. Who does Christ say we are? So a good practice is to get in the mirror and look at yourself and say, who am I? And to list those things.
You can look in the mirror of affirmation.
Because I'm
Affirmation.
good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me. Tell us a couple of your more than smiling. Just one. It's something that you're going to do different this year or add to your
So,
routine.
I believe in God, and I so hardly want to go to heaven. I'll put that aside for a minute. There's certain things I'll do and certain things I don't do. I don't put a backwards fish on the back of my car because I don't drive nice sometimes. So I don't want to come across as, look at that Jesus lover, driving like an idiot. Now, saying that, I've been on this planet for 50 odd years, and I'm going to die at some point. When I go to heaven, I don't want God to look at me and say, what'd you do, Bill, for 100 years that I gave you on this earth? And I might have a couple answers. Then he looks at me and says, did you read my book? I want to be able to say yes. I mean, it's not any book. It's probably the best-selling book of all time. When your dad says, did you read my book? I gave you 100 years or so. It was only the number one best-selling of all times for generations. I'm just thinking it might be a good idea to say, Dad, I read your book. Not to mention, it outlines, it's the playbook of life. Again, I haven't read the whole thing. I've read chapters, several. Not as many as there are books in there. I'm going to attempt to read it this year. And not because it's a new year. You could have a new year that starts every single day. But just because, for me personally, when I'm standing at the gates, I might do a lot of things wrong in this world, but I at least want to be able to answer that one with yes, I read your book. So that's it.
I like it. I think that is a fantastic resolution, for sure.
Check back with me later. I'll let you know how it's going.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. So far, so good.
We just wanted to kind of jump on here, start the new year with, some of our thoughts and some of the things that we are focusing on. And also, hopefully, it will be a little bit of an encouragement for you. And I would love to hear some of your New Year's. I can't say.
She says resolutions is what she meant to say.
So if you would leave it in the comments below, I just love to hear from you. It blesses my heart. 2 things that we're doing. I have my anxiety program, and I am doing that as a group coming up. So if you would like to sign up for that, and it is a 100% biblical approach. So if you don't want the Bible, you will not want to sign up for this. But if you want to hear what God has to say and tie that into how to shut down anxiety, I cover everything from what the Bible has to say, food, the mind, the body, the soul. How do we work out? All of the things. How do we supplement? What herbs? All of those things. So if you're interested, you can sign up for that on my website. I'll put a link in the description below. I will be on there. So there's coaching calls that we will meet. I will kind of talk through an overview of the week. So you're not alone. You won't feel alone in that. Nobody's alone in anxiety. They just can feel very alone. But another thing is we are joining hands with some great farmers out there. You know that a lot of my platform is all about the bread and the fresh milled flour. And we are partnering with Jade from Idaho with Ancient Grains and with Bob from 4 Generations. They are 2 men who are aligning with what we believe as far as farming practices, organic and glyphosate free. So a lot of people ask me, on my platform, where are you ordering your grains? Where should we get our grains?
We've actually gone out to Idaho and Jackson Hole and visited these farms. But I've seen a lot, and I gotta say, that is some of the most stunning country I've ever seen, and I want to go back. So if you've never been there, I suggest going.
But also what was fun was seeing the grain fields. They were so lush. I mean, we got there at a time when they weren't dry. So we saw them
We
green.
were right before harvest.
And we were eating the peas that were growing in the field, with them. And those were yummy. But anyway, it's a lot of fun. So we are partnering with a lot of people that, first of all, if I'm going to recommend something, know that I've done my research. And so I don't, on my platform, if I'm recommending something, it's not just because someone asked me to be an affiliate. It's because I know, trust, believe in that product. I'm seeing testimonials in front of my own eyes. I am going on not what science has to say, but what I'm seeing in front of my own eyes with the testimonies from people that are switching to fresh mill flour or using the Bioptimizer products that I advertise for. We get results. What I'm partnering with is something that is result driven. Just so you know, you can look at my stuff and know we're getting results, guys. And it's not just me. It's my clients, it's my friends, it's my family. We're seeing this whole network. And so it's just really exciting. Well, I want to thank my husband for being on here with me. It's not his forte. It never was mine until it was. So maybe one day he'll be the star of the show. Well, he was the star of the show today. So,
Go Blues!
thank you. And I want to thank you guys so much for being here. We both appreciate it. And again, leave us some comments below. Comments really do help grow my platform, but that's not why I want to hear from you. It's because I actually care about my friends. So leave a comment if you will share this content with people that you know would enjoy hearing it. And also like and subscribe. Everything helps my channel. You guys have a great 2025, and I have got amazing plans for you, so stay tuned.